Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss the second phylum of five kingdom classifications, kingdom Protista. Now what are the various characteristic features we studied about kingdom Monera? Kingdom Monera அப்படிங்கிறது first kingdom. Basically எல்லா unicellular organisms specifically prokaryotic எல்லாமே அந்த kingdomல இருந்துச்சு. இப்போ நான் second kingdom என்ன சொல்ல போறேன்? The kingdom Protista basically all the organisms belonging to unicellular eukaryotic organisms. Unicellular eukaryotic organisms. So what is the eukaryotic? It's a well defined nucleus or cell, well defined cells basically. All the membrane bound cell organelles specifically presented in the eukaryotic cells. But ஒரு ப்ராப்பரான cells ஒரு eukaryotic cells evolution பிரகாரம் எந்த kingdomல இருந்து ஆரம்பிச்சிச்சு அப்படினா prokaryotic cells. The eukaryotic cells first appear in the kingdom Protista. Good. Who has created the kingdom Protista? We already studied the two kingdom classification. Haeckel in the year 1886 created the kingdom Protista. Basically it is specifically present in between the Monera and fungi. So it is given the connecting link between specifically phylogenetic link between Monera and fungi. So the ரெண்டோட கேரக்டரும் கொஞ்சம் ரிசம்பிள் ஆகும். ஒரு சில கேரக்டர்லாம் மொனிராவோட லிங்க் ஆகும். Some characters are resembled to the fungi. Good. But basically where it is presented, basically it is the aquatic habitat பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா specifically present aquatic as well as in the terrestrial habitat also. Terrestrial habitat in the sense the living place of the organisms. ரெண்டுலையுமே இருக்கும், aquaticலையும் இருக்கும், terrestrial அப்படின்னா soil, land. But everything is a unicellular microscopic organism. Study of Protista is called protozoology. Basically எல்லா protistaவும் பற்றி படிக்கிற branch தான் protozoology. But basically in our book, we are going to learn 4 different types of Protista. Before that, basically it's aquatic, unicellular, eukaryotic organisms. The reproductions, basic type of reproductions. Asexual mode of reproductions and sexual mode of reproductions. Sexual mode in the sense specifically the exchange of genes, exchange of gametes through the sexual mode of reproductions. Okay, we are going to study the different types of Protista. The first one is called Chrysophytes, the group Chrysophytes. The first one we are going to discuss with the Chrysophytes. The second type of Protista is called Dinoflagellates. Third one, basically euclinoids. The fourth one, slime mold, purely the consumer decomposed parasitic organisms. It is belonging to slime molds. The last one is real protozoan organisms. Protozoa. See, under the kingdom of Protista, we are going to learn 5 different type of groups. The first one is called Chrysophytes. Second one is called Dinoflagella. Third one, euclinoid. Fourth one, slime mold. Fifth one is the protozoa. Protozoa somewhat is advanced. இப்போ இருக்கிறதுல இங்கே யார் ரொம்ப அட்வான்ஸ்ட் ஆர்கானிசம்ஸ் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா protozoa. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அப்பியர் ஆனது கிங்டம் Protista அப்படின்னா Chrysophytes. சரியாமா? Okay, first we are going to discuss the various characteristic feature of Chrysophytes. What are the various organisms belonging to Chrysophytes? Chrysophyte basically unicellular aquatic organisms, eukaryotic organisms. Specifically the Chrysophyte is belonging to two groups. One is the diatoms. The first group is diatoms. The second one is golden algae. Golden algae. Golden algae is also called desmit. Golden algae also called as the desmit. Golden algae oda innor name da desmites again solluvaanga. But where it is presented, already I told, it is purely aquatic. Purely aquatic. Okay. Whether it has any kind of specialized structures to locomote, it is the simple unicellular eukaryotic cells. Is there any specialized structure edavadhu iruka? Idu move agiradhukku edavadhu specialized? There is no specialized stage. Based on the water current. Water current entha side pogudhu? Yeah, water current based on the water movement. Basically the water is going to move fast, passive water movements. Yeah, it is also move according to the water currents. Yeah, the passive movement otherwise called, it is called as the passive movement. Basically the organism is moved to one place to other place. ஒரு இடத்துல இருந்து இன்னொரு இடத்துக்கு எப்படி போகும் அப்படினா, there is no specialized locomotory organ which is present in the kingdom Protista. It need to be moved. But how is it going to possible to move? Only based on the passive water current movements. But whatever the organism is moved to passive water current movement, we are called as the planktons. Very, very important. We can call it as the planktons. There is no specialized organs for the movements. And whatever the water currents is move from one place to other place, according to that it's going to move. Adha nama phytoplankton, zooplankton அப்படின ரெண்டு கேட்டகரி அப்போ. But phytoplankton, zooplankton is belonging to which? A group of Protista. It is belonging to Chrysophytes. It is the first group. But phytoplankton is a photosynthetic Chrysophytes. See, whatever organisms depending on the phytoplankton, that is called as the zooplankton. Got it? Good. But this is called as the planktons. The reproduction basically same, both sexual mode as well as asexual mode. I am going to consider about the cell. What is the nature of cells? Yeah, the cell basically very, very important things. Is mainly made up of two wall layers. It looks like just like a soap box like structures. The cell is not exactly present in the square. Two structures, one more placed in the another, just like a soap box exactly. நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணுற சோப் பாக்ஸ் மாதிரி மேலே ஒரு பாக்ஸ் கீழே ஒரு பாக்ஸ். இதோட செல் ஸ்ட்ரக்சரே அப்படி தான் இருக்கும். Yeah, what is the name of the structures? The cell wall is mainly made up of a silicous. Silica wall layers. Cell wall is mainly made up of silica wall layers. Silica wall layers, basic natures. But it's going to give us two things. One is the upper part is called as the epitheca, lower region is called hypotheca. Basically the silical wall layers, cell wall ரொம்ப ஸ்ட்ராங்கா இருக்கிறதுனால siliceous layers, it is indestructible, unable to break it further. நம்மளால உடைக்க முடியாது, ரொம்ப ஸ்ட்ராங்கான ஒரு செல் வால் இருக்கு. Got it? Basically some of them already told planktons, they are able to synthesize their own food, some of them depending on others. Okay. Indestructible, the silical cell wall is the indestructible. Huge amount of planktons over the period of time. Very, very important point of view. ஒரு question expert பண்ண NEET level அப்படின்னா the same. What is the exact meaning of diatomaceous earth? இப்போ diatom ஃபுல்லாக ஓஷனில் நிறைய இருக்கும். Is going to deposited on the floor of the ocean surface. அந்த கடலோட அடியில் பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா நிறைய diatoms. Yeah, specifically diatoms is going to deposit the cell wall, silical cell wall, it is going to deposit us to create the diatomaceous earth. To create diatomaceous. Very, very important. In the NCERT book, they given only the diatomaceous earth. The diatomaceous earth also called, very, very important, Chrysophytes. This is the question, most important concept. What is the other name of diatomaceous earth? Yeah, which group of organism responsible for diatomaceous earth, otherwise called Chrysophytes? Chrysophytes is the different terminology. But we can directly come to diatoms is the responsible, otherwise they may ask the questions whether it's a Chrysophytes or whether it's a Dinoflagella, whether it's a slime mold or whether it's a Euglena. But நமக்கு Chrysophytes or diatomaceous earth directly we can come to the conclusion is belonging to diatoms. Clear? So what is the useful? Is there any useful for diatoms? And the silica wall definitely we can do. Large number of advantages there. The diatomaceous, they are going to collecting the material, they are going to use the polishes, they are going to preparing the syrups, they are going to prepare the soundproof materials, they are going to prepare the different kind of material they specifically use for the various industrial purpose. Nariya industrial purpose ka use agum. So diatomaceous earth, otherwise called Kieselguhr, it is the effect of diatoms. Only two things we can expect it. One is the silica cell wall layers. Otherwise we can expect it the diatomaceous earth edunala create agudhu. It is created by specifically the Chrysophytes. When we think about the second group is Dinoflagella. The Dinoflagellates. Dinoflagella. Dino means two. Flagella, two. But two flagella. Flagella is the locomotory organs. Basically, in this particular groups, it is mainly have the different kind of colors. Red, green, blue, yellow. Based on their pigmentations. In a different colors, we can get the different kind of organisms, different kind of color they are going to produce based on what kind of pigment they have. In a pigment irukmo aduketa mari color produce pananum. But Dinoflagella, why they are called Dinoflagella? Basic structure of the animals like that. The animals is mainly made up of in this manner. Two flagella is mainly presented. One flagella is like that. The another flagella is like that. Two basic flagella, one is the transversely, one is the longitudinal flagella. Different kind of colors based on the different pigments are presented over there. Because of the different fragment. Okay, the next one, very very important things. Yeah, we studied about the cell wall. Their cell wall is mainly made up of silica. But what about here? A thick cellulosic cell wall is presented. Thick cellulosic cell wall exclusively present in the dinoflagellate animals. Thick cellulosic cell wall. The third very very important things, basic nature of it is going to create the bioluminescence property. What is meant by bioluminescence? It is produced emitting the lights. Light eppaillam padudho adula emit produce pannum. But specifically bioluminescence, the property of which of the following group of Protista? They may ask Chrysophytes, Dinoflagella, slime molds, euglenites. We can directly, all the more than 18 species are responsible to produce the bioluminescence, are emitting the lights. Right? Okay. Some example, only one example is given, that is called Gonialaxis. Yeah, the only one example is given, Gonialaxis. It is the bioluminescence natures. Specifically, it's going to create the red tide effect. Red tide, red sea. Basically, red sea அப்படினு சொல்றது. The red tide effect is specifically created by the Dinoflagella. There are many things we will discuss in the next class.